Good evening, students. Today topic is tissue system. So what is meant by tissue? A tissue is a group of cells which are similar in structure and function. A group of tissues together make the organ. So the organ of different organs together makes the organ system. So different organs together makes the organ system. A group of tissues performing a similar function irrespective of its position in the plant body is called as a tissue system. In the year 1875, Sachs, Julius Van Sachs classified the tissue into three different types. In the year 1875, Julius Van Sachs classified the tissue system into three types. One is a dermal tissue system, ground tissue system, and vascular tissue system. So, dermal tissue system or epidermal tissue system, which is derived from the protoderm, ground tissue system derived from the ground meristem, which makes the cortex of the plant, and vascular tissue system is derived from the procambium of meristematic tissues. So, the vascular tissue system is consist of xylem and phloem. Types and characteristics of tissue system. So, types or characters. Formation. Epidermal tissue system forms the outer layer of the plant body, which is derived from the protoderm. So the epidermal tissue system is derived from, it is the outermost covering which is formed from the protoderm. Epidermal cells, stomata, and epidermal outgrowths are the components of epidermal tissue system. So epidermal cells, stomata, and epidermal outgrowths. Its function is it makes the outer layer of the plant. So it is protection of the plant body, absorption of water in the roots, and gaseous exchange for photosynthesis and respiration, transpiration in shoots. So the functions of epidermal tissue systems are protection of the plant body, absorption of water in roots. It is involved in exchange of gases, that is carbon dioxide and oxygen exchanges takes place during photosynthesis and respiration, and it also involves in transpiration in shoots. What is meant by transpiration? The loss of excess of water in the form of water vapor through the aerial part of the plant is called as a transpiration. So epidermal tissue system is also involved in the transpiration of the plants. Ground tissue system, it forms the ground meristem, that is cortex, pith are formed from the ground tissue system. Simple permanent tissues, their components are simple permanent tissues such as parenchyma or collenchyma. The ground tissues are formed of parenchyma and collenchyma tissues. It gives mechanical support to the organs and prepares and stores food in the leaves and stem. So the parenchyma cells are involved in the storage of food materials. Collenchyma cells gives a mechanical support to the plant body. Ground vascular tissue system or conductive tissues system, it formed from procambial bundles, that is vascular bundles. Its components are xylem and phloem. Its main function is xylem is involved in conduction of water and phloem is involved in the conduction of food, and also it gives mechanical strength to the plant body. So vascular tissue system, it is formed from the procambial bundles. Its component are xylem and phloem. The xylem involved in the conduction of water and phloem involved in the conduction of food. It also gives a mechanical support to the plants. These are the functions of vascular tissue system. Epidermal tissue system. Epidermal tissue system is the outermost covering of a plant. It is directly contact with the External environment. It consists of epidermis, derived from protoderm. Epidermis is derived from two Greek words. Epi means upon, and derma means skin. So it is upon the skin. Epidermis is a continuous outer layer. It is interrupted by stomata stem in many plants. So the epidermis is the outermost covering of the plant. It is directly contact with the external environment. The term epis means upon, and derma means a skin. So it is the epidermis is a continuous layer. Sometimes it is interrupted by stomata in plant stem and leaves. The first, root epidermis. The root epidermal tissue system. Root epidermis. The outermost covering of the root is called as a piliferous layer or epiblemma. The epiblemma is made up of a single layer of parenchymatous cells which are closely packed without any intercellular spaces. So the epidermis is closely packed without any epidermal cells. The parenchymatous cells are barrel shaped in nature. They are arranged compactly without any intercellular spaces. The epidermis of the root is devoid of epidermal pores. Epidermal pores means stromata is absent, and also cuticle is absent in the epiblemma or epidermis of root. The root hairs are present. The root hairs are present in the epidermis of the root, which is involved in the absorption of water from the soil. The main function of the epidermis are the root hairs which are involved in the absorption of water and mineral salts. They are mostly made up of single layer. The root hairs are made up of single celled. The epidermis are made up of single layer. The another important function of the epidermis is it gives protection to the inner layer. So the function of the piliferous layer or epidermis or epiblemma are to protect the internal tissues. Next topic is stem epidermis. The stem epidermis is the outermost layer of the stem. So it is protective in function and forms the outermost layer of the stem. It is single layered. Stem epidermis, it is protection in function and forms the outermost layer of the stem. The stem epidermis, it is protective in function. It forms outermost layer of the stem. It is also single layered, made up of barrel-shaped parenchyma cells which are compactly arranged without any intercellular spaces. The outer walls of the epidermal cells have a layer called cuticle. Above the epidermis, there is a thick layer of cuticle is present. The function of the cuticle is to check transpiration. It checks the excess of water from loss. The cuticle is made up of cutin. The cuticle is made up of a cutin. In many plants, it is also mixed waxes to form the epicuticular wax. So the cutin is also mixed with the waxes which forms the epicuticular wax. The epidermal pores may be present. The epidermal pores, that is stomata, is present in this epidermis. The epidermal cells are living. Chloroplasts are usually absent except the guard cells. Only the guard cells of the stomata are present, the chloroplast, whereas the other epidermal cells lacks the chloroplast. In many plants, a large number of epidermal hairs occur in the epidermis. The epidermal hairs are present in the stem. So the stem the epidermis is made up of single layer of barrel-shaped parenchyma cells which are compactly arranged without any intercellular spaces. Above the epidermis, there is a thick cuticle is present which is made up of cutin. Sometimes the cuticle is mixed with the waxine. It makes the epicuticular wax. The epidermal pores is may be present here and there, and the epidermal cells lacks chloroplast, only the guard cells having the chloroplast. In many plants, the epidermis are also having a epidermal hair cells. The epidermal hair cells are present in some plants. The next topic is the leaf epidermis. Generally, the leaves are dorsiventral. So, dorsiventral, it possesses two different type of parenchyma cells. That is, the mesophyll region is differentiated into upper palisade and lower spongy parenchymas are called as a dorsiventral leaf. It has an upper epidermis and also lower epidermis. Whether the stem and the roots are having only one epidermal layer. In the leaf, it possesses upper epidermis and the lower epidermis. Here, the upper epidermis and lower epidermis are also made up of a single layers of a closely packed cells. So the upper epidermis and also lower epidermis is made up of single layer of closely packed cells without any intercellular spaces. Here both the epidermis possess cuticles, whereas the upper epidermis having thick cuticles compared to the lower epidermis. The minute pores are present in the epidermis of the leaves are called as stromata. So the minute pores which are present in the epidermis of the minute pores which are present in the epidermis are called as stromata. So the minute pores which are present in the leaves are called as stromata. Usually the stromata are more number in the lower epidermis compared to the upper epidermis. A stromata is surrounded by a stromata is a epidermal pore which is surrounded by a two bean-shaped specialized cells are called as a guard cells. The stromata is surrounded by a bean-shaped cells are called as a guard cells. In most dicots and monocots, the guard cells are bean-shaped, while in the grasses, the guard cells are thimble-shaped. So it is bean-shaped guard cell. In grasses, the stromata are thimble-shaped in nature. The guard cells contains a chloroplast. The guard cells contains a green color pigment chloroplast, whereas the other epidermal cells lacks the chloroplast. Only the guard cells contains a chloroplast. So there is a minute pore in the leaf epidermis is called as a stromata. The stromata are bounded by two bean-shaped guard cells. In grasses, the guard cells are thimble-shaped in nature. Only the guard cell possesses chloroplast, whereas the other epidermal layers lacks the chloroplast. Some of the cells of the upper epidermis, example grasses, are larger and thin compared to the other epidermal cells. Some upper epidermal cells are larger and thin. These cells are called as bulliform cells or motor cells. What are called bulliform cells? In grasses, the upper epidermis possesses a thin-walled, larger epidermal cells are called as bulliform cells or motor cells. These cells are helpful for rolling and unrolling of the leaves. The function of the bulliform cells are which is helpful in rolling and unrolling of the leaves according to the weather change. So according to the weather change, the rolling and unrolling of the grass leaves are caused with the help of the bulliform or motor cells. Some of the epidermal cells of the grasses are filled with silica. They are called as silica cells. So in the epidermis of the grasses, some possess silica. Such cells are called as silica cells. Assignment: write the different types and characteristics of a tissue system. Class, you learned about vascular tissue system. In this class, you are going to learn about the primary structure of root. So the primary structure of monocot root. Like the dicot root, the monocot root also shows the three important divisions. The outermost epiblemma or pyliferous layer, and the middle cortex and the inner stele region. So outer epiblemma or pyliferous layer or rhizodermis, The middle layer is cortex and the innermost layer is the steel region. The pyliferous layer or epiblemma is made up of a single row of parenchymatous tissue which are closely packed without any intercellular spaces. Here there is no epidermal pores, that is stomata or cuticle is present. The stomata and the cuticles are absent in the pyliferous layer. The root hairs are found in the pyliferous layer are always unicellular. It is made up of single cell. The single celled root hairs are present in the pyliferous layer. The functions of the root hair is to absorb water and mineral salts from the soil. The outermost layer of the root is called as a pyliferous layer or epiblemma. It is consists of a single layer of parenchymatous tissues which are arranged without any intercellular spaces. The stomata and cuticles are absent, where it contains root hairs which are mostly made up of unicellular, that is single celled. The function of the root hair is to absorb water and the mineral salt from the soil, and the function of the pyliferous layer is protective in nature. It protects the internal tissues. The middle region of the root is monocot root is a cortex, and the cortex is made up of homogeneous tissue as like a dicot root. Homogeneous tissues, they are arranged without lot of intercellular spaces. The intercellular spaces facilitate the exchange of gases. The cortical cells are generally round in shape. The cortical cells does not contain chloroplast, but it contains leucoplast. The leucoplast are the type of plastids which stores starch and oil. The innermost layer of the cortex is called as the endodermis. The endodermis is made up of a single layer of barrel-shaped parenchyma tissue which are arranged without any intercellular spaces. They are tightly packed, form a ring around the steel region. It makes a ring around the steel. The endodermal cell, some of the endodermal cells contains a thick substance is called as a suberin, a band-like structure made up of suberin and lignin present in the radial and inner tangential wall. In the radial wall and also the inner tangential wall, there is a band-like structure made up of suberin and lignin is called as a Casparian strips. It was first discovered by Caspary, so it is called as a Casparian strip. The sum of the endodermal cells which are present opposite to the protoxylem. These are xylem elements. Here in monocot root there are many xylem elements are present. So the protoxylem opposite the endodermal cells which are opposite to the protoxylems are without Casparian strips. They are called as a passage cell. The function of the passage cell is it allows the water entry from the cortex to the xylem. So the entry of water from the cortex to the xylem takes place through that passage cell. So some of the endodermal cell which lacks the thickening, they are called as a passage cell which are present opposite to the protoxylem element. Its function is the water movement of water from the cortex is to the xylem takes place through the passage cell. So the cell which are the endodermal cell which are having thickening does not allow the entry of water. So the function of Casparian strip is to prevent the re-entry of water from the xylem to the cortex. So the cortex is a middle part of the root. It is made up of thin-walled parenchymatous tissue which are arranged with lot of intercellular spaces. Intercellular spaces means the space between the two parenchymatous tissues are called as intercellular spaces. This intercellular spaces involved in the exchange of gases, whereas the cortical cells does not contain chloroplast and it contains leucoplast. The leucoplast or the plastids which stores reserve food material such as starch and oil. The innermost layer of the cortex is called as the endodermis. The function of endodermis it forms a ring around the steel. The endodermal cells having a band-like structure made up of suberin and lignin are called as Casparian strips. The function of a Casparian strip is to prevent the re-entry of water from the xylem to the cortex. And some of the endodermal cells which are present opposite to the protoxylem are thin-walled without Casparian strips. Such endodermal cells are called as a passage cell. The function of the passage cell is it allows water from the cortex to the xylem. It allows water from the cortex to the xylem. The next innermost region of the root is a stele region. The stele is consist of three important parts. One is a pericycle and vascular tissue, central pith region. The stele is made up of three parts. One is a outermost pericycle, vascular tissue, that is xylem and phloem, and central pith region. The pericycle is made up of a single layer of a barrel-shaped parenchymatous tissue which are closely packed without any intercellular spaces which is present below the endodermis. It is the outermost layer of the stele. What is the outermost layer of the stele? Pericycle. It is consist of a closely packed parenchymatous tissues which are present inner to the endodermis. Inner to the endodermis is called as a pericycle. The vascular tissues. The vascular system tissues is consist of both xylem and phloem. They are arranged in a radial manner. Commonly, the root having a radial arrangement of the vascular tissue. The xylem and phloem, which are arranged alternatively on different radii, is called as a radial arrangement of vascular bundles. The vascular bundle is consist of phloem and xylem. The xylem and phloems are arranged in an alternate manner on different radii is called as a radial arrangement. The xylem is consist of more number of xylem is present. It is called as a polyarch xylem. So the xylem groups are many. So in monocot root, the xylem is a polyarch. The xylem is exarch. Exarch means the protoxylem is facing towards the outermost side, whereas the metaxylem is facing towards the center is called as a exarch xylem. The tissue which is present between the xylem and phloem is called as a conjunctive tissue. In monocot maize plant, the conjunctive tissues are made up of sclerenchymatous tissue. The xylem and phloem, between the xylem and phloem, the conjunctive tissues made up of a sclerenchymatous tissue in monocot root, maize root. The central portion of the stele is called as a pith. The pith is occupied by a large space. It consists of thin-walled parenchymatous tissue. The pith is also made up of thin-walled parenchymatous tissue. It is having a lot of intercellular spaces. These cells are filled with abundant starch. So the main function of parenchymatous tissue is storage in nature. The pith is made up of parenchymatous tissues which are arranged with lot of intercellular spaces. The function of the pith is it to store reserve food material such as starch. So the innermost region of the monocot root is a stele. The stele consists of three regions: pericycle, vascular tissue, and pith. The pericycle is made up of a single layer of parenchyma cells which are tightly packed without any intercellular spaces inner to the endodermis. Vascular bundles are made up of a xylem and phloem. The xylem and phloems are arranged in an alternate manner on different radii. It is called as a radial arrangement. In monocot root, there are many xylem group of present, so they are called as a polyarch. The protoxylem vessel is facing towards the periphery and the metaxylem is facing towards the center. Such arrangement of xylem is called as a exarch xylem. In between the xylem and phloem, the conjunctive tissues are made up of a sclerenchymatous in monocot root, maize root. The central part of the stele is called as a pith. The pith is consist of parenchymatous tissues which lot of intercellular spaces. The function of the pith is store reserve food material such as starch. The next topic is anatomy of dicot stem. So the dicot stem example is a sunflower stem. The transverse section of sunflower stem shows the arrangements such as outermost epidermis, middle cortex, and the innermost steel region, like the root. So the outermost region epidermis, central part cortex, and the innermost region steel. In dicot stem, the outermost region is epidermis. The epidermis consists of a single layer of a parenchymatous tissue which are arranged without any intercellular spaces. Like the root, the outermost region of the stem is also consists of a single layer of a parenchymatous tissue which are arranged tightly without any intercellular spaces. The outer walls of the epidermal cells have a layer called as a cuticle. So in the above the epidermis, there is a thick cuticle is present in the stem. The cuticle is made up of a waxy substance called as a cutin. The cuticle consists of waxy substance is called as a cutin. The function of the cuticle is to check transpiration. So the presence of cuticle is to check transpiration. What is meant by transpiration? The excess of loss of water from the plant is called as a transpiration. The transpiration is checked by means of the presence of cuticle. Stomata may be present. In stem, there is a stomata may be present here and there. The epidermal cells are mostly living in nature because it is made up of a parenchymatous tissue. The chloroplasts are usually absent in the epidermal cell. A large number of multicellular hairs occurs in the epidermis. So what does mean by epidermis of the stem? The epidermis of the stem is consist of a single layer of parenchymatous tissue which are arranged without any intercellular spaces. The stomatas are sometimes present here and there, and above the epidermis there is a thick cuticle is present. The cuticle is made up of a waxy substance is called as cutin. The function of the cuticle is to reduce transpiration. Transpiration means the loss of excess of water in the plant is called as a transpiration. The loss of water can be prevented by the help of the cuticle.